Hi guys, Model Muffy here. How are you all doing? King Mob on the forums had asked if some of us video guys could put up some gameplay or information about the basic loadouts. These are the loadouts that you can get in Gotham City by default, you know, not the ones that you kind of choose yourself. So this is my first attempt and I'm having a look at the striker. What you get with the striker is your grapple gun. That's the fella that I'm using there. You get the Dawn Patrol with the reflex sight, which is what I'm holding. You also get a persuader with a body odor sniffer on, and you get a pipe bomb. Alright, so that's pretty much what you're getting from this. Now, anyone who's seen my videos will know that most of the time I play Speedy. I play Speedy about 95% of the games that I play. So I'm not used to this, and it is ages since I've used a grapple gun. So it's really just to give you a bit of a heads up that, you know, don't expect any beast gameplay here, right? One is I'm not a beast gamer anyway, I'm just kind of Mr. Average. And the other is that I am using a loadout that I don't normally use. Now, I could have just clipped together the parts where I did well, and there were some, you know, some parts I did quite reasonable. But I think if we're going to have a proper loadout discussion, we need to look at the weaknesses as well. And for me, one of the weaknesses in this class is the mobility. I am used to using skates as my means of getting around. And you're just constantly on the move with them. And it's just so nice for me moving around. Grapple hook, you can get across the map pretty quickly. But there is that little bit of pause when you first try and use it. And I think you're very vulnerable during that point. There's been loads of times that I've killed other players when they're trying to grapple to somewhere else. To my mind, it's not something that you can use to get out of danger quickly. That's just my opinion. Some others may well differ in their opinion. But to my mind, it's not something you can use to get out of danger quickly. But it is good for moving around the map quickly. Now, Dawn Patrol is not a bad gun. It's not a bad gun at all. You'll see I get a fair amount of headshots in this game with it. But most of them I'm starting by shooting just below their head. You know, the ones where I do successfully get the headshots. Because the gun will climb up after a few bullets. So if you're looking to get your headshots, that's probably the best way to get them. Sorry, I'm just laughing here. All I'm doing so far really is dying. This turned out to be quite a close game though, so it's worth putting it up, I think. Pipe bomb can be really effective. You do have to. It's got a fuse, so the longer you hold it, the more likely it is it's going to blow up in somebody's face. Don't hold it too long, because then even if you do manage to let go of it, you might blow yourself up, and that will make you look like the world's biggest noob. It will. And I've seen people do it. Now this guy here, he's done this a couple of times. He's throwing a jack-in-the-box on the floor, right at the capture point where we're trying to take it. Now what I'd say to you is, you know, if you're new at the game, that's not a good idea. Because if somebody blows up that jack-in-the-box, your own team is going to take the damage. Right, so if you're going to use it like that when you're trying to capture a point, put it in doorways, just behind doorways, that sort of thing. But don't put it where your own teammates are going to have to stand. See here, I'm still really not getting into the zone with this game. I'm kind of doing okay, but I'm certainly not a beast. Yeah, see where that jack-in-the-box was placed there? That is a much better placement. So, using the sniffer mod here, and I can see there's people around. I know they're going to come in this door. So, that sniffer mod is actually really useful. Except sometimes, because I thought there was somebody behind here. Turns out there wasn't. And I get shot from somewhere else. So, it can sometimes lead you to look into the wrong places. But again, it's a mod that I don't use that much. Some people use them extremely effectively. See, headshot, but started by aiming just below his head. And again, guys, look, I'm not the master at headshots, so If anybody has better advice, listen to them. Bit of spray and pray there, but it did the job. It did the job. So, is this a useful loadout then? If you have just ranked up or you just got the game? Yeah, I'd have to say it is. When I used to play the game a lot, and I would, you know, level up, and then you go back down to 0 as far as your loadouts are concerned. This used to be my one that I would go to, but it's been quite a while since I've done that. But I think it's a useful loadout. It's pretty much an all-rounder. You've got your shotgun for close damage. You've got your dawn patrol with sights for medium to long distance, but it still can be effective at close range. You've got your pipe bomb. You've got a means of getting around the map pretty quickly. There, I told you. Oh man, what a noob. I don't mind leaving things like that in because you know, it's moments like that that make games fun to me. You gotta learn to just like laugh with them. I've totally lost track of what I was going to talk about. Anyway, yeah, I think it is a useful loadout. If you're stuck what to use and you're a bit of a sort of all-rounder player, you could do a lot worse than use this. If this actually suits your playstyle, you could feasibly go through the entire game with this. You know, there's nothing on here that is really a bad choice. You're not forced to use anything that isn't very good. That'll learn him. Time to get myself a little bit of the old health. See again with the headshot. Didn't start by aiming for the head. This bit here, it was just a total disaster. Big fat fucking mate on my team in a way, and I couldn't even see anything that was going on. So I did a bit spray and pray, but it didn't work. Obviously God hates me. I think that guy saved my butt then. I probably wasn't going to get him. This was a good round. There was plenty of to-ing and fro-ing between the capture points, you know. I think there was probably a lot of new players on, and I certainly wasn't playing my best, playing a class that I'm not used to playing. But it still made a pretty good game. I've said this before, but I would rather lose a close fought game than win one where you just completely dominate. That guy down the bottom there, I think I must have blown him off the stairs. So the pipe bomb, pretty powerful. It's a good weapon. But yeah, I love a close fought game, you know, where right up until the end you don't know if you're going to win or lose. For those of you who like those sort of games, I do have one called Underdog. If you like my videos, have a search for Underdog if you haven't seen it. Got a really cool soundtrack, and we go right down to 0%, and then we end up winning the game. I didn't even think that was possible, you know, to go down to 0%, but we did. It was a really good game, that one. And yeah, this one we were getting, you know, on the back toe the whole time, or the back heels, back toe, back heel, whatever the expression is. We were getting beaten the whole time. There's no doubt about it. The better team won, and sometimes that happens. You play your best, and if you lose, you lose. It's not the end of the world. Be interested in what comments other people have about the basic loadouts. this one in particular, whether you think it's useful, how much experience you've had with it. In my experience, it doesn't take that many levels though to actually start making your own build up. I can't remember now, it has been a while since I promoted. But I think by about level 12 or something, you've unlocked pretty much most things that you would need to make your own build up. I was really surprised that I got MVP in that game. Maybe we were all just playing bad. But if I can get MVP on a game where I'm not playing my best, it does show that it's a fairly useful build. I hope this has been useful to some of you guys. If it has, as always, don't forget to rate, like, and subscribe. Thank you very much to those who already have done that. I really do appreciate it. And I always appreciate the comments that people put on the videos and the discussions that those comments generate. Anywho, this is Muppet out. Bye!